Welcome learners. In this video we are going to discuss about electronic mail in computer networks. I am Dr. Vasanthi, Assistant Professor of Computer Science, the Standard Fireworks Rajaratnam College for Women, Sivakasi. Learning objectives of this session: understanding the architecture of email systems, learn about email protocols and explore web-based mail and MIME. Contents: introduction, architecture, web-based mail and email security. First one is the email introduction. About the email introduction, email, it is one of the most widely used network application. It is based upon the client-server architecture. Always the client will send a request to the server and server will provide a response to the client. But in email, it is a one-way transaction. It is a method of exchanging digital messages between clients and servers, but it is considered as a one-way transaction between the sender and receiver. Always the sender will send a message to the receiver. The receiver may or may not send the reply message to the sender. Therefore, for implementing client-server technology, it uses intermediate mail server between the client machine and the server. Next one is the architecture of email system. In this, first one is the components of an email system. First component, it is the user agent. Second one, message transfer agent, and third one, message access agent. Here the purpose of user agent, it is to compose and send and receive mails, and message transfer agent, MTA, it is used for sending mails between mail servers. And third component, it is the important component, it is the message access agent. It retrieves the mail from the server. Between client and server, there may be several mail servers. Therefore, between client and server, we need to send message from through mail servers only. This is the architecture of sending an email. First one is at the client side, user agent, and server side is also another user agent is there. Therefore, we need two user agents are needed. The user agent will provide, otherwise will send a message through that is the MTA client. It will be placed into the mail server. In mail server, we are having a pair of MTA server and that is message transfer agent. MTA server and MTA clients. MTA server will receive the message, and these messages, mail messages, are pooled into the server. Then MTA client will send a message, will transfer the message over the internet. At the receiver end, will receive another mail server is there. In that, the MTA server will receive the message in the mailbox, and in this side, MAA, message access agent, will receive the message from the server and it will be placed into the client machine. Therefore, we need two user agents and two pairs of MTA client server and a MAA server and client. Next one is the first component in the email system architecture, user agent. It is a software package or program. It provides services to the user. First one is the composing message, reading and replying to the message and forwarding message, and finally we are mailbox management also. These are all the some of the services provided by user agent. Second one is the types of user agent. How we are giving messages from sender to receiver. There are two types of user agent. First one is the command driven and second one is the guide based. Command driven means at the prompt, at the keyboard, from the keyboard, in order to perform a task, we have to give a one character command in the keyboard. Example, mail, find, elm. Guide based user agent means it contains guide components. This guide based user agent allows users to interact with the software by using the keyboard and mouse. For example, Outlook and Edura. Second one is the sending mail. From the user agent, we are send mail to the receiver. This is similar to the postal mail. There are two parts of format of the email. First one is the envelope and second one is the message. In envelope, it contains the sender and receiver information, and message, it contains two parts, header and body. Header, as usual, it defines the sender address, receiver address and subject. For what purpose we are sending email from sender to receiver. And second component in message, it is the body. It contains actual information. And receiving mail. At the receiver station, when we are receiving the mail, again the user agent checks the mail. It is either triggered by the user or timer. The user agent at the receiver end notifies the user if the new mail arrives and mail summary is displayed. Mail summary means nothing but sender address, who had sent this message and subject of this message, and third one is the at which time they had sent the message and which time we had received the message, and finally the user selecting the message to view its full content on the screen. And format of the email address. It contains two parts, local part and domain name. Local part, it is the mailbox address. Normally the recipient name may be the local part, and in between local part and domain name the @ symbol is included, and finally domain name, the domain name of the mail server. For example, in our college the domain name is edu.in, sfrcollege.edu.in. For example, the local part is the name of the student or staff at sfrcollege.edu.in. This is the format of our email, college official email address. And mailing list or group list. Sometimes we can send a message, mail from sender to single receiver, and sometimes we may include multiple recipients also. In this we can use alias, that is called as multiple recipients. And second one is the second component in the email architecture, message transfer agent. In this there are three types of email protocols are used. First one is the SMTP, second one POP and third one IMAP. These are all the three important types of email protocols. Among this, SMTP, it is called the push protocol, and POP3 or POP protocol, it is called pull protocol. Push protocol means we are pushing a message from client to the server, and pull protocol means we are receiving the message from server and getting the message from server and placing it to the client. Therefore, at the sender side we are using SMTP protocol, at the receiving time, receiver end, we are using POP protocol. This is the architecture of how we are sending mails by using these protocol SMTP, POP and IMAP protocol. It is in the 3 phases or 3 stages. First one is we are client at the user agent. Client will prepare the message via the SMTP protocol. SMTP protocol is used to transfer mails between servers, and then mail server will receive this message at the server, and mail server client will send a message to the transfer the message via the internet, and again mail server at the receiver end will receive the message at the server and client will send the message. At the third phase we are using POP otherwise or IMAP protocol. And how we are sending messages? Through commands and responses only. SMTP uses commands and responses to transfer message between MTA client and MTA server. In this, command is used to send a message from MTA client to server. The format is keyword and followed by argument. Either arguments may be 0 or more arguments. Example for this, data or quit. And response will send the commands from MTA server to MTA client. In this we are using 3-digit code. For example, 220 it is used for service ready message. And mail transfer phases, connection, and second one is the transferring the mail among the mail servers, and finally terminating the connection. And third one is the message access agent. In third phase of the mail transfer, we are using 2 protocols, POP and IMAP. First, in 2 stages, we are using mail delivery uses SMTP protocol. It pushes the message from client to the server, and MAA, message access agent, will use pull protocol. The client pulls the message from the server. In this, we are using 2 protocols. Push protocol is SMTP and pull protocol is POP3 and IMAP4. POP3 means Post Office Protocol version 3. IMAP means Internet Mail Access Protocol version 4. Therefore, in first 2 stages of mail transfer, we are using SMTP. It pushes the message from client to the server, and stage 3 phase 3 we are using pull protocols like POP3 or IMAP4. It pulls the message from client and pulls the message from server. The client pulls the message from server. In this, first one is the POP3 protocol, Post Office Protocol version 3. It downloads message to the client. In this, messages are removed from the server. In this, we are using 2 modes for maintaining the message, either delete or keep. Deleting means deleting the message from the server. Keep mode means we are keeping the messages in the server. Next one is the IMAP, Internet Mail Access Protocol version 4. It keeps mails on the server and synchronizes with the client. We are maintaining advanced folder. Multimes we can partially download the messages also by using this protocol. And MIME, multi-purpose internet mail extension. The purpose of MIME, it is used to send non-ASCII images, audio files and video files. It adds in the message, it adds MIME headers and encodes the data. For encoding the data, it uses base 64 and quoted printable encoding techniques. Finally, web-based mail. It's a some of the common sites provide email service to anyone who is using website, who is using these common sites. For example, everyone we are having Gmail IDs. Therefore, Google Mail site provides creating email services in that sites. For example, email, Gmail or Yahoo. This uses HTTP protocol for retrieval instead of POP3 or IMAP4. Hypertext transfer protocol. It simplifies remote access to mail also. Everyone we are having Gmail IDs. Google Mail site provides email service to everyone by using this concept, web-based email. And finally, email security. When we are transferring messages from sender to receiver, anyone hacks our emails. Therefore, we have to secure the email service by using these protocols. First one is the PGP, pretty good privacy, and second one is the S/MIME, secure multipurpose internet mail extension. These two protocols provide encryption and authenticity for our emails. Therefore, each and every mail must be secured and encrypted way only we can send messages from one, so that is sender to receiver. Thank you. Thank you for watching.